What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 55 of my Total Warhammer 3 modded Karl Franz campaign. So as we saw last time, Volkmar the Grim attacked the Sorcerer's Islands, wherein a force belonging to ARKHAN the Black was destroyed in a pretty fun battle that saw us debut the officer squads of the Empire Captains, which are a pretty neat unit and certainly makes the Empire Captains even more worth it, alongside the buffs they provide and the relative fighting capabilities that they each have. Of course, the extra units in the army are certainly not going amiss. Now, in terms of what we have to do this time, we do have a little battle here at Fires that we probably want to fight with Aldebrasmeyer just to avoid casualties. We could probably do better than medium casualties because it'll take like half of our units down. And that's the main thing I believe that we have to do. There's a bunch of moves to make and stuff to build and stuff, but we can go next turn after that, by and large. Now, let's do a few moves first. I do want to get Maternus Dittison down, not to actually Reikland, I've decided, but to Fildorf instead. At Fildorf, what we can do is generate some more troops. Namely, we can build guns here and artillery, which we won't have to do here at Altdorf, because Altdorf is just busy generating so many troops right now. In the meantime, since we're getting you on the field anyway, Maternus, let's get you your Battle Wizard, which is tough and disciplined. Well, disciplined is melee attack and buffs the entire army. Tough, however, allows the Battle Wizards to be, well, more Battle Wizardy and actually fight occasionally. Now, you're actually tough, Dittison, eh? You know, we also have a tough, Wolfgang Frankenwerter is also tough. You know what, let's go with the tough guy. This is kind of, I mean, yes, it's less buffs for the army, but I kind of like the idea of everybody in the Knights of the Blazing Sun army just straight up being tough. They all worship Myrmidia, and thus they're all ready for battle at all times. All right, let's get you, Conrad. Oh wait, but this guy, oh come on, this guy's name is Dittison. They could both be Dittisons in one army. Ah, okay, fine. Alright, game, I guess. We're gonna take this guy instead. I didn't realize the names. I have to. We still have Maternus and the Warrior Priest to be tough. Anyway, Studious Pupil, definitely untapped potential to start getting those Winds of Magic reserves, and we'll go further study to reduce cost, but most importantly, improved scrying techniques, scouting, Fireball, Kindle Flame, Cascading Fire Cloak, Flaming Sword of Ruin, 2 points as I use it the most, and then we'll go Evasion, damn, 1 point short of Piercing Bolts of Burning, but we'll get it, not to worry. And the main purpose of this guy is to use Kindle Flame in this army anyway. If we really wanted to, we could always get 2 Fire Wizards in one army, but honestly, this army is probably going to run out of points at, well, some point, so let's not go overboard. Also, you don't need this archer here at all, and frankly, you probably won't need these guys, but at least, well, we'll see. Once I decide what exactly is going to be in that army. Now, in addition to that, what we're going to do is we're going to cancel the steam tanks and the Hellblaster Volligans just for 1 turn, and the reason I want to do that is this. Demigryph Knights of the non-halberd variety, and maybe we'll build some regular, should we build some regular ones as well? As in halberd variety? I'm thinking about putting them into the Reiksguard army. You know what, let's do this for now. 3 more Reiksguard, because these only take 1 turn, and I'd really like to get Reichsmarshal Kurt Helborg up and running as fast as possible. A couple of turns of recruiting will get his army ready to go. And can you move anymore? No. We have 2 more Reiksguard here, and we have 2 here, so that's 4. 5, 6, 7, I guess 8 maybe? Depends on how much space we have in the rest of the army. But this army will be primarily, I think, almost all cavalry based now that I think about it. Since we went ahead and got all of these units with Knight Heritage, I really like the idea. We'll still have a few Imperial foot units to guard the couple of artillery pieces, but by and large it'll be very cav focused. Yeah, especially with the Reichskaptans leading on their demigryphs. I like the idea. Anyway, that's you guys, and you know what? Instead of doing the rest of the admin stuff, let's do this little battle real quick first. You don't have any summoned troops, but you're a temporary army, so you don't need them. And I don't imagine we'll suffer too many casualties here. We'll just have to watch out for the enemy ranged units as well as, I suppose, the enemy Ushabti summoning. So we'll need to protect the great cannons, if nothing else. But otherwise, I'm sure we'll be fine. Oh, is this a hill? Could be a little bit of a hill. Might be a very, very slight elevation. Yeah, there's something of a hill here. But the enemy's kind of protected here. Kind of don't like this position. Let's do this instead. Cannon here. You can fire on the enemy there. You guys can Vanguard deploy behind the enemy and get ready to hit the Screaming Skull catapult. We will then deploy the ranged units like so, and then like so, and then the crossbows in front of them in a line. We can probably turn... Wondering whether we should turn on or off the skirmish mode. Let's keep it off for now. Then we will take at least one of the halberdiers and put it on you to protect you from Ushabti. And you know what? Maybe we'll use all the halberdiers for this particular purpose. Just anti-Ushabti purposes. And then you guys can be group 1, you guys can be group 2. Let's pop you like so, and like so. There we go, just trying to reduce casualties once again. And then you, I guess, can, I don't know, assassinate some jerks. I mean, you know what, maybe go forward. Too bad you can't Vanguard deploy and go after the enemy lord. Alright, good enough. Start battle, you go here, you guys go in front of this, roughly like this. I'm not gonna bother using the elevation to our advantage too much this time around, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Alright, you guys go here. You guys... I probably went a little bit too... Should have spread your units out a little bit more, but oh well. Where's that lord? Or Tomb Prince, or whatever. Fine, kill somebody. How's the enemy artillery piece? Still being protected by the enemy. Our cannon is still firing though, so that's just fine. Oh, if you could target the artillery piece, that'd be fantastic. Too bad you're not a mortar unit, but, you know, better than nothing. Go after the enemy Tomb King. We'll see if... I'm firing at something. Alright, I'm gonna speed this up. Obviously, we're just trying to avoid casualties here and not trying to have a long, protracted fight. Ooh, is the cannon able to target the enemy artillery piece? No. Is the artillery piece able to target us? No, its range is relatively short. Alright, well, just keep firing then. It's going to start annoying our war wagon. Okay, never mind. The enemy army's pissed. Let's send you guys to kill the enemy artillery piece. We're not gonna bother telling our own artillery to fire on it, because the other unit's can take care of it just fine. And you know what, since the enemy artillery is going to attack, let's move you guys out. Spread you guys out, rather, so you take less damage. Probably should have done the same to the other infantry units, but oh well. Alright, you guys. After this, you jump in and attack, and then we will... Huh, are they actually going to try to protect their artillery? Looks like it. Okay, maybe you guys can't do it yet. That's fine. That's fine, just cover around, wait to jump. The enemy artillery piece is gonna start working on our infantry units. Try to back them off, or to try to fire our own artillery at it. Nah, they're backing off now. Alright, now you can go in, damn it. This is what I get for playing at max speed. Alrighty, you guys are good. You can back off, you can fire on the enemy lord. We'll speed it back up to max and take a few more shots from that artillery piece, but the Pegasus Knights are in, and they should be blocking you from firing any second now. They might take a little bit of damage this way, but you know what? We can move our lord in to help them, just in case. Alright, everybody else should be fine, and speed it back up to max. Alrighty, that artillery piece is done for, which means you guys can switch, and our lord, as soon as it melts away, can move away as well himself. You guys start focusing down enemy archer units while you all rush forward. Actually, most of the enemy archers are distracted by our flyers anyway. Beautiful. Alright, and, well, I guess we can watch the rest of this. It's not like we really need to control this battle all that much, to be fair. Just gotta make sure that our artillery is not being targeted. I also want to watch the Pegasus Knights fight a little bit. Oh, cannon. Wait, no, don't do that. Fire at this unit or something. That was my bad. I forgot that it was doing stuff. Which you wouldn't think I'd forget, because, you know, things are always doing stuff. Alright, well, that looks good to me. The Lord is now being targeted by the Assassin and a few of the units. In fact, let's have the Huntsman directly target said Lord. Pegasus Knights are probably ripping those poor Skeleton Archers apart. And this is a nice little debut for them. before they join Gelt's army, and especially we'll probably replace them with Royal Pegasus Knights eventually anyway, because I feel like Gelt deserves them. But for now, they can do their thing. And, oh, they're getting shot in the back by these guys. You know what? A rear charge like so, and the battle should be just about done. And did I not tell you guys to attack this unit? Try harder. Oh, wait, it was another unit that I told you to attack, which is fine. And the enemy lord looks like he's been assassinated. Beautiful. And just a few more units. You guys attack this in the back. You guys just join the fray a little bit. The rest of you kill the enemy range units. You guys can move and shoot the enemy on the side. And where the heck are the enemy Ushabti? Shouldn't they have been summoned by now? Huh, maybe the enemy's not able to summon the Ushabti? You know what? Here's what we'll do. You are going to move back here. And just going to speed it up again for a few seconds. Don't worry, we'll get a proper cinematic battle after. There they are.
Yes, my lord.
Alright, all of you Ushabti target, please. With your anti-large, and Lord and Pegasus Knights, that's all you as well, guys. On the Ushabti, you guys can back it up. And not in a good way. Alright. And we'll just watch this last remnant of the enemy army get destroyed. Hopefully not too many of our pikes get killed by the Ushabti, oh my. I say as half of them get exploded. And there we go, the Pegasus Knights, however, should be quite adept at killing a summoned unit of Ushabti, and we got Halberdiers moving in to help them out as well. We probably took a little bit more casualties than... No, you having fun, buddy? What are you doing to that Ushabti? Slanesh giggle. Yeah, probably took a little bit more casualties than otherwise necessary here, but I wanted to watch. You heard it here, folks. Ruinous likes to watch. Anyway, battle is over. We're going to speed it up back to max. Probably should have told all of our range units and our cannon to stop firing. Probably did more damage to us than the enemy did there. Oh, the enemy Tomb Guard is still alive. Tomb Lord, Tomb King, Tomb Prince. That was a Tomb Prince. That was still alive. I went through all the possibilities. But hey, as long as we get there in the end. Alrighty, well, 239 units, and yeah, certainly not medium casualties, like the Auto Resolve would have had us had it. 166 kills on the Pegasus Knights as well, quite nice. I'm also probably going to build an army that's a little bit more centered around Pegasus Knights. We obviously can't do a full-fledged flying army with the Empire, because, well, they don't have enough, well, they don't have... I mean, I guess we could do piles upon piles of flying heroes, but I don't know. Seems like a lot of effort. Hey, we got a push and a toughness out of that. That's not bad. It's a nice pickup. Occupy. Well, lots of our lords are currently using those. A heal's a heal, after all. Aldebras, you probably don't need it. Being a temporary army, let's not waste that. Would we be able to win against this army? Yeah, I think we would. Though I suppose if these guys continue recruiting, who knows? Maybe they'll recruit a bunch more units. Aldebras, in the meantime, you have Pistol Corps and Emperor's Finest and Military Heritage Vanguard. I might actually give you a full army at some point. Because at this point, you're doing fairly decently in terms of leveling. And it's just that you don't have a good trait. But you've been around so long, I feel bad just straight up deleting you at some point. Anyway, let's see what else we have to do so that we can go to the end turn and proceed to next. Gregor Rodziner obviously don't need to do anything. Wolfram Custerman and Owen Dittison. Lots of Dittizens around, eh? I was gonna sail you down here. I was also going to go help Lustria, but honestly, Wolfhard has, well, he certainly started to do a lot better. It looked dicey when we summoned him, but now, not so dicey. Well, you know, for now we can still send these guys south, but we could always move away after. We could also always send them to take the Galleon's graveyard together. But I suppose we don't need to do that right now. Oh, and we can send Volkmar down there as well. I mean... What are we fighting here? Well, we still have to fight orcs, and we still have to fight the exiles here, but assuming that we can get a nice alliance going with either Thorek or... Oh, Thorek's fighting Krog-Gar. I can't say I like that very much. Are we allied with Thorek? Yeah, we're very much allied with Thorek. Just not a defensive or otherwise alliance. At the very least, Crocky does like us. Maybe they'll peace out somehow. Crocky's also fighting the exiles. I wonder, is he also fighting the elves? I also wonder if Teclis does remain alive or not. Well, Just that we can check. Talakwa's usually allied to, yes, the Order of Lore Masters are indeed alive, so we'll see if we can't get friendly with them. How do you feel about Thorek? Tic-tac? Not great. Not great. So they condemn, or Thorek condemns treaties with Order of Lore Masters and Last Defenders. Yeah, one of the issues is being allied with both elves and dwarfs, which don't like each other. Well, hopefully Ulthuan stays out of the conflict. But anyway, Wolfram and Ditizen, who I was talking about before I got promptly distracted. You know what? Both move in march stance. Yeah, in theory, Mad Melitson could attack us. In theory. Oh, there's no attrition here? Can you go as far? Yeah, you can, alright. Let's just go here then. We can also pick up these islands later. You go here. And I think Mad Meltson can't even reach us here, so yeah, we'll be fine. And you go here. You guys are right beside each other. Working together. Will you suffer attrition having just moved through that? No, you will not. You just have to end the turn on it. And beautiful. I swear there were situations where if you just moved through an attrition territory, you would also suffer attrition. Or maybe you just have to, like, stop in it. Whereas if you don't, you're fine. I also have a bad tendency to conflate stuff that's different in the first game and the second game and the third game, and SFO and vanilla. It's all very, very confusing. Trying to remember what's from what. Anyway, Kurt Haldenstrat, you two. And, the Tech Thief, yes. You have 2 more turns. Ooh, you gotta get to a new place. So to Troll Fjord, ye shall go. You're gonna have no tech thievery for a few turns. You guys probably will want to heal here. And Kurt Lehman, you're no longer necessary here, are you? Well, you certainly don't need the spell shield and the charcoal burner. Okay, so we need several things here. First of all, public order is gonna be necessary here. Taproom. Then it's pretty inescapable that we're going to need basic walls pretty much everywhere. Here, and we'll need growth, as the place probably needs to get to tier 3 on these as fast as it can go. And the building construction time is going to take forever. And while I would love to move Gavin out, does he heal more here at Conquata, or just a little bit more? You know what, go to the Isle of Wight for now. We might send him to heal in Kuran. It probably will be faster than healing here, as long as one lord just stays.
To strengthen the empire. So.
Also, how long until we can get another one of our Hawkland long rifles? 7 turns. Okay, just gotta keep an eye on that one. Lovely. Okie dokie. Yeah, we'll just keep these guys here for now. And just for a little while. Until Albion is fully in control. And yeah, we can sail them down to Nakari or to fight these guys, but honestly, one of them will come to us. Let's keep going. Kurt, that was you. Orizard, Brach, you don't need to move. Helmut Feuerbach, you are going to start generating a new army shortly. So, let's put you into march stance and have you start moving out this way. You are going to get various things in terms of heroes. And those are going to be artillery calibration type heroes and stuff. Do we have... we have a Defender of Men. Empire Captains, meh. We should probably start milling through these guys. Alright, we can waste 1,000 gold, not a big deal. Let's say you, Vasily. Out. Don't be so, Vasily. And we want at least another one of the witch hunters. I want a bunch of witch hunters in that army, all ideally with Imperial calibration. Yeah, so we do have another one available, as I recall, yeah, but we need the actual capacity to come up so they can join Helmut when they do so. Whereas Helmut needs to move to somewhere that has a gunsmith available, which is nowhere here. In fact, no, there is one at Skavenblight. Oh, beautiful. This will probably... recruitment duration plus 2 turns. It might actually be faster to recruit elsewhere. We'll see. Also, let's build some stuff, and no, you know what, let's continue moving, just in case we have another battle. Gotrek, Balthy, Luther Grobber, you can continue guarding against the dead. Kurt Lehman, we already checked. Bernhardt, Hart, I forgot who you are. You're this guy. Yeah, you can just stay there. Jamathius Warner, you shall be deleted shortly. Heinz Weber, I believe you're kind of in the same situation. Boris is stuck where he is. Weigel is stuck where he is. Leopold is stuck where he is, but I guess we could build him some more basic troops just to defend. On the other hand, I feel like Saber Mountain can now hold.
My lord.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Let's not waste any more money on that. Emil, you are going to be holding the Pillars of the Unseen Constellations. Oh, I can't believe we still have this frickin' territory. Unbelievable. Anyway, Alberic, you will also be a lord eventually, but not now. Rupert, Puttkamer, and Booster, you are all good. And I believe that's it. Alrighty, so, 2 important things to do before we end the turn. Thing 1. Let's just go with Ranald. Yeah, Manan is great. Like, campaign movement range plus 20 is pretty fantastic. But I'm still inclined to think that at the end of the day, every single item pickup is going to be a boon, and basically if we can get it to the point that every single army gives us an item every battle, it's going to be pretty insane, so I'm going to go with Ranald. They're so close that it's hard to decide. I don't really care about the miscast chance. And the income from ports would give us more money. Not a crazy amount more money, mind you, but, you know, still decent amounts. Probably like an extra 1,000 gold or something. Ah, the 20 movement range. Man. It's a hard choice. I know you can't redo this after, can you? Like, you pick one and then you can't re-venerate another one later on, despite the 10,000 gold cost. Actually, out of curiosity, how close are we to the maximum amount of movement? I actually don't know what the maximum amount of movement is. What are you at? Hey, aren't we supposed to be able to mouse over this? Oh, 10 out of 133. Okay, so in my Lizardman campaign, I think Krokgar is something out of 200, or something out of along those lines, so can definitely increase movement range further. On the other hand, most settlements are relatively close together. What about these two? Maybe this will be an easier decision. It's basically Shalia versus Tall. Attrition... Ooh, this is tempting. It's tempting especially for Karl, who's going into attrition-y territory, whereas Shalia is Casualty or Punishment trait, which is kind of a similar sort of thing. Then it's Physical Resistance 5 versus Winds of Magic for Lore of Life spells. I'm not sure about these two either. You guys let me know what you think. Plus 50%. So... let me just see here. One sec. I know this is taking a while, but I feel like this is an important decision in going into the rest of the campaign, you know? So these guys, each one, provides an additional plus 5% for all characters faction-wide. So getting one of these is like getting an extra 10 wizards with that ability. Now, that said, 10 wizards is gettable, eventually. Plus there's also scouting, of course, but and just ignoring that for now. And we can certainly have another 10 wizards over time, which will be identical to this. Granted, it'll be doubled. Ooh, I also don't know. Magic item drop chance plus 50%. So how does that work? Are you telling me if we have plus 100%, does that mean we always get an item, or is this actually multiplicative even if it doesn't look like it's multiplicative? Because in reality, if it's multiplicative, it could be like a 2% base chance that increases by 50%. It does say plus, but descriptions aren't always great. You know what? I think because we can get wizards, but there's no real way to increase campaign movement range even further, I think we're going to go for Manan instead. Even though I have a tendency to think that Ranald is better, but nonetheless. You can't go wrong with movement range, and it's more difficult to acquire. Alright, well, that decision's been made. Let's spend the rest of our money, let's end the turn, let's find ourselves a proper fight. Castle Templehof, you're good. Blackwater, you're good. We are gonna upgrade you. Antwerp, Ben, we might as well upgrade you too as well. Good. Solend, you can be an upgrade. We need more Empire Captain capacity. Yes to the money. And we probably will need walls here, but once again, it's not critical to do so at the current time. We can also probably replace you here eventually when we build one in Kazir-Kulaz. Akendorf, do you need the walls? You know, you could get attacked at some point. It's expensive, but I feel like we will need walls here. Everything else is looking good to me, so unless there's diplomacy to do, which we'll check in a few seconds. Sorcerer's Islands, you're good. Massive Orcal, we're still keeping. Aha, I have the Panther... Wait. Do we have somebody guarding the Eye of the Panther now, right? We have Luther Grabber here, yeah, so let's repair that. But let's build up the Clothier and the Growth here, and just in case, let's level up Luther with Grand Soulfire. Who knows? And we might, this guy might attack us here as well. And then your Warrior Priest doesn't have Faith's Bastion. I guess we're just gonna go Impassioned for you. And then we'll get Faith's Bastion later. Alright, a tiny bit of money remaining, but not a big deal. Let's do Diplo. Oh look, the Druzhina Enclave is back. I'm not a big fan of them though. Eastern River Lords. Ooh yes, Western Provinces, willing to go Military Alliance. I think that's what we'll take then. Military Alliance it is in 5.5k. We could have them join a war, but honestly they're kind of having a tough time with the enemies that they're currently fighting, so I'd rather not screw with them too much. There we go, now both of the main Cathian factions are our allies. Alright, that was an important pickup. And we do want several armies to probably have a bunch of the Cathian units. Especially since the dwarfs are being kind of obnoxious at this point. Like, we still don't have access to a bunch of the dwarven stuff. Anyway, skip. Outpost available with... Oh, Wissenland. Skip. Outpost upgrade available... skip. Alrighty, now. Now we're gonna end the turn, and we'll see if we get attacked. Wait. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to check if we got that Lothran Seaguard up and running. Only the one, but in 1 or 2 turns we'll have the second one coming in as well. Castalton. You know, I'm starting to get to the point where we might just actually ally with Castalton. Here's the thing. Yes, Erengrad would be great to have, it absolutely would. But there's another consideration, and that consideration is the fact that more Kislevite allies means more allegiance growth with, well, more Kislevite allies, which means more access to Kislev units, as if we only have the one Kislev faction, it's going to take a long time to get a decent amount of Kislevite units out of them. And I'd like several armies to actually make good use of several types of their units. Alrighty, what do we have here? And Ostland. Fire nearby mercenaries, send a military force. I think we want to spend the money rather than the prestige here, since we get the money back. We'll auto-resolve this. I'm gonna run. Nah, it's mostly Gobos, though. I was thinking maybe this would be worth fighting, but honestly, these guys have 2 armies. The enemy has no chance. Just auto-resolve it. Yeah, see? Nothing like the... Oh, wow, we actually got more money out of that than than we paid for it. Amazing. And, oh, Confederating with the Eastern River Lords, okay. I guess I should have allied with them then. And there we go. Venerate Manan, which probably gave us like an extra 1,000 gold from the ports, but the campaign movement range is nice. Barded Warhorse for Hans. What do we have here? For victory. In battle, eliminate a lord belonging to a bunch of these guys. We'll probably get that going at some point. Faction destroyed greenskins. Yeah, that's... if only. Alright. Yeah, you guys let me know what you think about Tal versus Shalia. 5% physical resistance is for all units, so all of our infantry will benefit from it, and the casualties suffered will make it a lot easier to conquer both Norska and the Chaos Wastes. On the other hand, casualty replenishment is quite nice. But at the very least, we can get quite high casualty replenishment rate from our own warrior priests, whereas it's difficult to acquire physical resistance. Though attrition can be acquired via heroes as well, so I consider these two to be fairly even. 20% magic cost reduction for Lore of Life spells is quite nice as well. I'll think about it. Anyway, you have actually moved out of Martek, which is interesting. Now, you're here at Al-Haik. Okay, wait, let's figure this out. Is there anywhere where we can get a battle? Okay, now we can't reach the Wizard Caliph's palace with Volki, at least not in one turn, so we'll move him out in, ideally, a proper stance. Wait, where's the edge of our territory? Oh, it's all the way here, huh? We go here. And, ooh, there's a full stack there, eh? Okay, yeah, looks like Volki's gonna need help. It's a tier 5 settlement with a nice stack, and I'm actually expecting they're gonna move down to the Great Desert of Araby shortly. Alright, well, Volki, you're gonna go into channeling stance, because you'll need the extra magic. And you're going to stay here and heal. One of you two is going to go in and help Volky then. And then the other one can land at Kofor. I guess we'll land Wolfram at Kofor. Like so. Go to Shipwreck, please. The Shipwreck. Go to Shipwreck. Just rename somewhere Shipwreck. And so to the wreck. This should be still hopefully auto-resolvable. Don't screw us on this game. It's okay. Alright. Then that'll give us something. It'll give us 8k. Yeah, I saw the numbers go up. And then you are going to land at Kofor. Hopefully. Say like so. And then we do want Kofor Harbor. And medium casualties. Oh, you will die. Okay, wait. Oh, we may still be able to deal with that by sending you, Aldebras, out right there. You're gonna suffer a turn of attrition if you do this, but might be necessary. And honestly, if King Roar reclaims Virus, I'm not sure that we care. And now, you try again. Nah, one still dies? Okay, we're gonna have to manually fight that, but I might do that at the start of next episode or something like that. I just feel like I'd rather have a bigger battle. If we can get one. Ooh, hello. Well, if it isn't Wurzag, the Great Green Prophet.
Yes, that will do.
You, Balthy. So he's gonna go here, most likely. He's gonna jump over to try to go to Myrmidons. You're gonna jump here, or ambush stance here. It'll probably get foiled. But I expect that this guy will jump anyway, and we'll still get a fight out of him. Not this turn, mind you, but nonetheless. Just in case, though, we're gonna level you up, my friend. Because, well... if you do fight, you will want to get as much buffs as you can. Ooh, actually, speaking of... are we now able to get... let me see here.
To the provinces?
Yes, we have one capacity for Eldred's Guard, which means you are going to lose one of these spears. And you're going to replace them with an Eldred's Guard. One turn until Sutsun's Guns, one turn until Two-Token Guard. Good. Alright, beautiful. Another one. We got 5 of these guys now, and yeah, they'll probably make up the bulk of a different army later on, but for now, they're very strong units. We can also get the Templehof Luminarch, but here's the thing. We don't have Luminarch capacity right now, do we? What's our Luminarch capacity? It's at 2. The Regiments of Renown ignore capacity, which means it's probably better off if we actually recruit these first, and then proceed to get the Regiment of Renown, because I want a couple of these in our Fire Army, and I don't think the capacity is going to increase for a while. Alright, so we'll do that. I'm just looking around for a battle now. Karl, are you close to a battle? Damn it. I just want a decent fight. Go to Temple of Heimkel, please. Auto-resolve it. Are you guys still alive? Yes, you're still alive. Staying alive. Auto-resolve. Nice. Probably should have had Rupert do something to this place, but oh well. Goodbye. We're gonna be trading these things away anyway. Oh, the Temple of Heimkel does have iron.
The Empire.
Rupert, out here, please. Land at Stormwrack Mount. Oh, it's Boris Ursus. Yes, he lives. Now, where's your Rogni? You do have something of a garrison. Your army isn't a full stack, though. I'm just really hoping that we can trade Stormwrack Mount to these guys. The Tower of Torment. And, oh no, it's not actually bordering them. The Monolith of Bubonicus is. Hopefully Karl can then hit that immediately. Wink / Slaneshi giggle. But yeah, it doesn't look like we'll get a fight out of those then. And ooh, what are you guys doing? You really want that Galleon's Graveyard? Well, we do too. What about you? Well, Pahwax is building stuff. We could let it, or we could just not care. Can you even siege him in one turn? You can. I wonder if they'd be willing to move out of the place. I got 5 turns until we can get you. Yeah, I think we're gonna move in. You, if you go into Trencher's stance, are you able to reach this?
We are the best.
Yes, you are. Oh, look, Morathi. Yeah, she's coming for the High Sentinel. Well, not much we can do about that. I guess we can send Bernhard Hart out there to try to defend it and recruit a few things, though he can't recruit stuff. And he can only reach there if he goes in March stance, unless... wait. No. I was just thinking if he moves slightly here, maybe we'll still be able to. Because he can still recruit decent stuff here. What's the likelihood that we actually manage to defend against Morathi? Depends on what's in her army. But anyway, Marcus, you're going to move into Pahwaks.
They will fall.
I certainly hope so, my friend. And, oh, okay. I see there's a stack there. Oh, wow. No, wait, this is problematic. And we may have to back off. But honestly, I feel like this army will attack us in the field anyway. So what we'll do is these guys will attack us. Marcus will back off here. They'll probably follow. We don't want to fight this and the garrison. That's going to be too much for him at the current time, at least until he gets more levels. Bernhardt, you're going to go right there. You're going to generate a few more troops. Namely, let's say a couple more spears and a couple more huntsmen. And are you able to build that Lothran Sea Guard unit for Marcus? You can always trade it to him. Attain? No. And we're a couple points short. What about Avalorn? Nope. And they don't have shielded... They don't have those guys shielded anyway. Really? You don't have access to them at all, or is it because we don't have a good outpost with you? My bad. Yeah, it's a tier 1 outpost. Let's change it to tier 2. Do you have a tier 2 outpost? I don't remember where we built it. Nearly. Alright. Well, that's fine. What isn't fine is, why is it so difficult to find a nice fight? King Roar. We'll probably go for Zandri. We'll have to do this one manually, as I said, but... Ooh, wait. Maybe there's a nice fight at the Fel Cargo? I somehow doubt it, but let's find out. What do we have here? Oh, there was no fight at all. Game. Why? Alright, and you got a trunk of maps. Well, at least you got the magic item drop chance, which is now... What? Plus 25% on this army. And then, wait, 10%. Oh, you don't have the, You're only level 10. You know what? We might replace the Grey Wizard with a better Grey Wizard while we're down here at level 18. Yeah, that's a pretty big difference. I'm still pretty sure Perceptive is broken, but I guess we could try that. Wait. Did we not... Huh, we got another Discipline to replace the Disciplined one. And weirdly, we got a Noble to replace the Noble. Kind of odd. Anyway. I'm not sure that there is another battle. You can sit in Miragliano for a turn. Alright. Okay, so the only thing that we can do then is fight the fight this little manual one. Alright, well, it is what it is. Not every episode's going to make it easy to find a nice battle. I guess we could do this one cinematically. You know what we'll do? We'll just not use the second army. That's what we'll do. We'll just use the first one to fight those. It might still be entertaining watching the flagellants and stuff do their thing. Let's level up then. If we're not going to use it, we might as well and do what we can to the best of our ability. Wolfram Custerman. You have Emperor's Finest and Imperial Gunnery. You do not have Stand Your Ground, so you're going to get that. And then we'll probably do one of these ones afterwards. Next up, the Empire Captains. On the way to officer squads for them as well, but not quite there. Lead state troops, please. Why do you have a point in training? We could reset you, but I don't feel like doing so right now. Amber Wizard with Monster Tracker, which I also don't like, but we could always also replace you. You're only level 13. Let's get you Evasion, I think. Yeah, you also don't have improved scrying techniques. Yeah, I'll probably replace you. Let's get you the Curse of Anra here, I think. And then lastly, the Warrior Priest. You have Shield of Faith, you have Faith's Bastion, you don't yet have access to Soulfire, so we're gonna get you Fervor. Let's get you Tenacity. You are often fighting with the main troops after all. Also, this means that we don't actually need you here. Let's put you into encamp stance and let's just back you up. There we go. I don't actually want the help. And we'll see what this, how this works out for us. Here we go.
In the name of Sigmar!
Ooh, I like the lighting on this one. Ah, all the mortars firing at the same time. Pretty glorious. There we go. Like shooting stars, especially the ones from the... Oh, damn it, I didn't mean to speed that up, my bad. I got too excited. The ones from the Sootsen's guns there, and we're gonna have the mortars target the enemy artillery pieces as best they can with the first few shots, though we are going to also move in our Empire captains to annoy them. If the Pegasus Knights are effective at this, I'm sure the captains can do just as well, especially since they don't care about the mortar shells dropping among them, and, well, in the form of the Soots, in the case, I guess, of the Sootsen's guns, there's no damage to be had there. Anyway, alrighty, and with that, it looks like the enemy Screaming Skull Catapult are pretty much done. We do still have the rest of the enemy army moving towards us, but that was by far the biggest threat. Now the mortars can switch to firing on the skeleton archers, while the rest of our units get ready to fight the rest of the enemies. There's going to be a couple of Nehekar horsemen who are going to try to move around our flanks, but that's okay. We've left enough units on both sides to take care of them, I'm sure, and are in fact going to move both a set of flagellants and disciples to counteract them. There we go. These guys can work in a little group, and then the same thing over on this side as well. Looks like some of the enemy archers are also firing at us, but that's okay. And the mortars can take care of them just fine. And oh, I actually completely forgot. We still have the great sword units in this army. I mean, I guess they could keep them. They don't really need them. I really have been meaning to switch that to Karl, but whatever. Not a big deal. Anyway, disciples and flagellants are in, and they're distracting the Nehekar horsemen while the gunners gun them down. Nehekar horsemen are fairly fragile, though they are, like Chaos Knights, a more defensive cavalry in the sense that their stats of melee defense are higher than that of their melee attack. In this particular case, their melee attack is really low because of the Curse of Adric here, but it's generally like 30-40 or 35-45 or something like that on their stats. Same thing happening on this side with the guns getting into position while our disciples and our flagellants hold the enemy off. I do enjoy watching these guys fight. It'd be nice to get them a proper fight at some point as well. Hello, Horsehead. A disembodied Horsehead. There we go. Well, it looks like these guys are holding off just fine, and the enemy infantry has arrived as well. The enemy archers are having a very bad day as the mortars destroy them. And of course, the Sootsen's guns in particular are fire damage mortars, and the skeletons have a 10% fire weakness just by virtue of being skeletons. Otherwise, it looks like the battle will be ours relatively shortly. Definitely going to be a short one, but once again, I will try my best next episode to get some really good cinematic battles, and I do think they will be there. And there's several places. And in fact, I'm just remembering a couple more. And there's also Village to consider. I believe Village is near to Nud, so he might be able to fight them as well, and that'll be a pretty nice fight against his stack. But regardless, that'll be next time around. We got a few more enemy units to destroy, but by the looks of it, the enemy is pretty much done for and beginning to crumble away. The damage has been looking pretty darn sparse on our side, as in damage taken. And just a few more skeletons to return to their graves, and the battle will be ours. And there's the Sigmar's sons moving in to help out as well. They are in this army. Don't forget, they're a pretty darn strong unit. It's nice to have all these unbreakable units, and I suppose I'd like to see like a little bit of a contest between this army and the Ulrich army, because the Teutogen Guard are going to be somewhat similar to the Sigmarite Disciples, and the Wolfkin of Ulrich similar to the Flagellants, at least in terms of their purpose in this in these type of armies and how they will function. As the same way that we've been interspersing units of the Flagellants together with the Sigmarite Disciples, we will be doing with the Wolfkin and the Teutogen Guard. But anyway, once again, I'm getting ahead of myself and digressing. Our Amber Wizard also fighting. Oh wow, he has like a griffin foot on his staff there. I like how the antlers are they actually kind of function like wings. It's kind of neat. Or actually possibly like antlers as well. Haven't had a chance to look at the Amber Wizards too much, but yeah, we'll wait until you're on your Griffin. Either way, the battle is pretty much done. The enemy has finally summoned those Ushabti back here, but they are getting absolutely mobbed by those units that were left behind to hold against the enemy Nehekarn Horsemen, and of course both units of Gunners shooting them over the heads of the rest of our units. Our 2 Empire Captains coming in to help out with the last few remaining Ushabti, and as they topple, the battle will end. Obviously a decisive victory and not too much damage, but under a very nice lighting, so I'm mollified with regards to that, at least. Alrighty, certainly not a difficult fight, but nonetheless it's fun to see the smaller fights once in a while, and I do really enjoy what this army does with the combination of the Flagellants and the Sigmarite Disciples, and the Sootsun's guns are always fantastic. Anyway, we're gonna occupy the place, and like so, and Kofor Harbor, ooh, another student, yes, very nice, and that Dragonbane gem, which we don't really care about, but the student, we certainly do. You already have one? Okay, one of you does not have a student, I guarantee it. I shouldn't have guaranteed it because I feel like they all have one. Damn it. All right, fine. You know what? I'll do it between the episodes because I don't want to spend time. I'm looking for them right now. Anyway, with Wolfram Custerman here and Aldebrasmeyer here, we are poised to attack Al-Haik. We may have not gotten a difficult fight this episode, but I can promise a couple good ones next time, as Al-Haik will be a tier 4 and it has a garrison here, so these guys will work on it. And then, more importantly, this is going to be a massive, difficult battle. There's a decent stack here with the Necrosphinx and the tier 5 settlement with all of these Ushabti with Great Bow and all of these constructs. We got plenty of regular Ushabti Necro Knights, we got a Tomb Scorpion, a Necrosphinx, I think there's a Chimerian War Sphinx or something in there as well. Oh, another Ushabti with Great Bow. Lovely. That's going to be very difficult for these armies to fight, and Volkmar and Owen Dittison will work on it together. So I'm going to have to call this here. Next time we'll have some great battles, and we should be able to destroy ARKHAN's faction for good, which will allow us to turn upon Chaos here, and probably towards Lustria as well, as we will be wanting to go after Clan Pestilence. I actually can't remember if we're at war with Clan Pestilence or not. I don't see them here, so maybe we'll hold off on them until we kill the Awakened here, or something. There's some very nice territories here at the Fuming Serpent and the Star Tower because they're former elven colonies. Then we'll probably send some armies out to the Galleon's Graveyard. We also have 3 or 4 new armies that will be up and running shortly, and in fact, Todbringer's army is ready to go now. We just got to put these units in his army, but he is good to go, and we'll get his last 2 Token Guard as he moves to the north to try to find Wulfric the Wanderer and get a nice fight against him, which will be a fun time. And then we'll obviously get those Knights of the Blazing Sun and other armies, and then hopefully, as soon as we end the turn, Wurzag will jump to Balfi and give us another battle there as well. So, yeah. Occasionally you have a dearth of good battles, mostly because this was a sort of cleanup episode, as we had to clean up the weaker settlements of the followers of Nagash, so we have essentially broken the faction. I mean, look at all the armies we have here. Even with 2 of them or 3 of them being temporary armies, it's still a lot of forces. Anyway, stay tuned for more Empire. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. Let me know what you think about Tal versus Shalia, and also don't forget to vote on the Chaos Dwarfs, both on which faction and the poll that just came up as to whether we do Immortal Empires or whether we do Realms of Chaos story sort of campaign that they do. I personally prefer Immortal Empires, but on the other hand, I will be doing Immortal Empires with SFO on the second run of the Chaos Dwarfs, so both are possibilities. Let me know your thoughts on that as well. Empire endures, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.